Hi, I'm Tella, and this is LightHouse. Today we have a special guest, Lewiee Blaze. So we're going to be just asking you questions just to get some more feel to it. We thank you so much for that great performance. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. So my first question to you is, tell me a little bit about how you got started with your music and your journey.
Yeah, well, first off, thank you for having me here. You feel me? And I know I'm introduced as a special guest, but you are an extremely special person, so I just want to say that first. Thank you. But yeah, I've always been around music. It's a cultural thing. For us as a black community, hip-hop has always been something that our families listen to. And I remember as a youngin', my mom just being heavy on hip-hop. She'd listen to folks like Snoop, Tupac, Run DMC. Like, my mom was just a huge hip-hop head. And that always inspired me to want to create music myself. So I really started rapping when I got to ninth grade. When I turned 14, I got into the music studio. I was blessed enough to go to a high school that had a studio in there so I can use that as my creative outlet. And I started writing raps for the first time, creating whole songs. And when I turned 16, I really told myself, like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do with my life. So yeah, it's been something I've always been a creator. I've always been brilliant in using my imagination.
I know that's right. Come on, affirmations. But no, that's good though. That's really dope. And we can definitely see that, like, in your performances, people seeing you out in the community, they'll definitely be able to pick up on that. So with your music, obviously you make a wide variety of music, but how does your music affect or impact Black history?
Most definitely. I say I am Black history. That's how I feel. The way I walk, the way I talk, the way I present myself, and then what I'm doing with the art, because I'm very intentional with the art. I understand that outlets like songs or TV shows or movies, they convey certain messages to our communities. And it gets to a point to where we can convey a message of positivity or we can convey a message of negativity. And it's a lot of toxic things that are out here, and we see the domino effect of our communities and how it's leading our people on a path of self-destruction. So my music is a place of purity. It's a message of light always, and empowerment, to one, tell my story, because it's like a therapeutic tool for me, but also knowing that, like, I am a reflection of other Black boys as well, Black young men and Black people in general. So how I present myself into this world, how I tell my story is very critical to the revolution, So I most definitely create art that's speaking on the injustices of what we face, but also speak on our resiliency and let people know, like, we don't have to complain. We are very powerful. We just got to realize that. So yeah, that's how my music affect Black history.
That's a dope answer. Thank you.
It's the truth.
It is the truth.
The truth is dope. The truth is dope.
And that kind of leads into the next question, which is, like, what kind of work are you doing in the community? Because you definitely did a lot of work from the time that I met you, but especially in these last couple months with the election, if you could just talk a little bit about all the work that you do in the community.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So not only am I an artist, I'm also a social entrepreneur. In 2017, I co-founded my first business, and it's a for-profit organization. The name of it is N4 Collective, and N4 is an acronym for N to the fourth power, right? And these four powers, we identify our new mindsets, new media, new leadership, and new narratives. And I work with a collective of artists and entrepreneurs, and we all have a mission to provide healing and transformation to society, in any way we could, and really using our artistry as activism. So we done got together, we done hosted community events, and we're big on education as well, so we do a lot of facilitation in the community as well. Our past recent events, like for the election, like you spoke about, we created a very dope TV series called Young Voices Matter, where we had community members come out, artists come out and perform and really politic around the importance of young people being a part of this political agenda, and understanding what does it mean to vote? Why do you need to vote? You know, and not only that, but who are these different positions of power? Right, so that's more on the political side. But now what we've been doing, we have a mental health curriculum that we've been implementing into the community as well. And this year we're about to be able to run our first program. And we really are intentionally looking to work directly with Black youth, especially those transitioning through homelessness and also the juvenile justice system. I myself was somebody who went through the juvenile justice system. I committed a robbery at 16, and you know, I just understand what that life is like. I could relate. So right now, I know my purpose is to continue to pay it forward. So yeah, that's what I'm most proud of right now, is that mental health movement and making sure that we create a safe space for people to come together and heal from their trauma.
That's dope. That is so dope. Because we all know how important mental health is in general, but especially in the Black community, because it can be overlooked. So that's really awesome what you guys are doing with that initiative, and I definitely am excited to see it grow. What's something that you would want to tell people, whether it's artists or people who want to get into this activism work? What would you tell them? What would be your steps or your guidance for them?
I would say don't overthink. I feel like a lot of us at times we just overthink too much, or like we worry. And it's like, I want to do something, but I don't know how to do it. I'm looking for, you know, they just got so many questions. And honestly, the best teacher is experience. You feel me? So like, sometimes you just got to jump into the water and get to swimming. And, you know, if you almost drown, you know, get back up to the top and realize like, okay, you could use some tools, you know. But I'm somebody that I jumped right into my field right after I graduated high school. And I took some losses, you know, but those losses are really lessons, and I'm grateful for every experience and every opportunity, because we just grow. We grow, you know, we are seeds, quite literally. So yeah, my message would be to not overthink, and do what is your second nature, like what you're naturally good at, right? We all are born with purpose. We're all born with gifts and talents, you know, and I feel like it's very important for people to identify what they're most passionate about, you know, and they would know because they feel it in their heart. Like when I'm making music, when I'm writing, when I'm teaching with young people, I'm fulfilled, you know, and it's a feeling that you can't ignore, you know, and I feel like that's something that we all have as human beings, period, as spiritual people having a human experience. So yeah, do what you're passionate about, and then understand that passion will ultimately lead to the purpose.
And I'm going to just, you know, also take that for myself. Because that was a word I needed for myself, too. So I definitely appreciate you sharing that. I appreciate you being here with us and performing for us in the audience. Can you tell us where we can find you at, or where they can be able to, you know, listen to your music or see your activism work?
Absolutely. And once again, thank you for this amazing opportunity to perform, you know, for this interview, and just really highlighting Black excellence, you know, for a whole, not even just for me, but everything that you guys are doing here at LightHouse is extremely important, especially with upcoming artists and looking to break that stratosphere and get to the next level. So it's important. So everybody out there, you want to follow, stay in tune, go to LewieeBlaze.com. That's LeweeeBlaze.com. You know, we working on this year. We are working smarter, not harder. You know, so I had to get an official website. You know, instead of telling people follow on Twitter, follow on Instagram, follow on Snapchat. You know, so that's another piece of advice actually for artists and entrepreneurs. Put a system around your brand. Start to build your brand and understand the importance of that back office work. Is what we call it, right? Yeah. So yeah, go to LewieeBlaze.com. You can find everything there.
That's good. Thank you again. This is Tella with LightHouse, and thank you guys for tuning in.